never seen you here. I just can't believe that it's been 25 years.
See, there's drinks up there. Go ahead.
Well, my friends, welcome. I can't tell you how wonderful it is to see you all again. I apologize for the fact that you had to charter boats to get out here, but I've arranged for all of us to leave together on one boat. But in the meantime, we have 3 glorious days to renew our friendships. And I thought it appropriate that we do it here, in this special place, where there will be no distractions. No cell phones, no Wi-Fi, no Comcast. So, you know, now that we're free of our electronic addictions, let's go around and fill in some of the blanks. I, for one, am eager to hear about all of it. Well, okay, I'll start. Well, as you know, I majored in entomology and spent the first 10 years of my life comfortably ensconced in the world of bugs. But for me, it really began when I was a kid growing up in Detroit. I loved to watch a TV show that just ran old horror movies. And it always began with this long, slow zoom up in the ceiling where a spider hung from a single thread. And as the creepy music came up, we'd hear the portly old host say, "Welcome to the Black Spider." And ever since, that aroused, that black and white image, just aroused both a fear and an excitement in me that turned into a passion that still is with me today. As a matter of fact, I'm on the cutting edge of research that will put spiders at the very top of the news.
Oh, Phil, you were always a weirdo. I mean, I told you lately that you bug me. But seriously, whatever it takes. Now, I took a big turn in my life, too, as you all know. I became a civil engineer. At first, it was really interesting. But more and more, I was feeling buttoned down, tied down. I guess you could say I had this feeling of, don't fence me in. Anyway, to make a long story short, I bought a semi. And I took to the road. Yeah, took to the road. And it wasn't long before after that, I had myself some good times. But as times go, it wasn't long before my small fleet turned into a big fleet. And right now I'm covering over 25 million miles a year.
Well, it sounds like you're doing just fine, Roland. Listen, let me know if you need a little legal advice.
Thank you, Susan. Tell us about yourself now.
Well, as you all know, I've been practicing law for the past 25 years, and the only major change I've made is from corporate to personal injury. But always I have to have just cause, and because I just don't want to waste my time.
What do you mean by wasting your time?
Well, you know, there are organizations that are just too large to lay a glove on. You know, for an example, I had a client who was in a baseball stadium. He was hit square in the head by a homer. He fell down. He was incommunicado. He lost his job. He lost his marriage. You would think it would be an easy win, but oh no. These major league companies are double wrapped in indemnity.
I heard about that guy. Didn't he have about 5 beers in him when he got hit?
Totally inconsequential. Everyone drinks ball games.
Yeah, right. So, who do you go after?
Well, you know, if you're, I go where I'm needed, of course. But if you think I'm talking about going after mom and pop businesses, no, that would be like getting blood out of a turnip. Now, I really look at mid-sized companies. That's where the gold is. Like I said, there has to be just cause.
Holy mother! You've no doubt made some enemies, my dear. Well, I suppose you know to watch your back. I certainly have to watch mine from time to time. Still, I like to think I've been successful too, even though I haven't made a lot of money. As you know, I majored in environmental studies, and I worked for the EPA for a time. But after a while, I saw how slowly those wheels turn, if at all. Anyway, I knew I could never give it my all in a government setting. That's when I changed my name to Floribunda to reflect in every way my total commitment to our planet. After that, I just followed my heart. All of which has led me to start a grassroots organization dedicated to protecting our Mother Earth.
Floribunda? I was kind of fond of glad ass. But whatever. So, what does your organization actually do?
What I do is pull together actions wherever they are needed. It's my way of making a difference, being part of the solution and all.
Actions? Sounds kind of serious. So, what do you call your organization?
Sorry, love, I never tell people the name of our group. We need to keep a low profile, you know?
Hoo-wee! Are you one of those eco-terrorists? Bet you get a death threat of your own now and then, Gladdy.
Don't talk to me about being a terrorist, Mr. Gigantic Carbon Footprint, and it's Flora, damn it. Russell, tell us about yourself. How is your proctology practice going?
Oh, that's old news. I'd had it up to here with the old geezers. So I went to Wyoming to stay with my Uncle Russell's cattle ranch. I named after him, by the way. Anyway, old Uncle Russell wasn't doing too good, but he wanted to stay in the cattle biz, so we just kind of hatched up a scheme. And the rest is history.
History?
Yeah, that's the history of the new Old West. Called Russell, and Shove It Cattle Breeding Services. It was a smooth move for me. A real natural thing. Anyway, old Uncle Russell's passed on now, but I wanted to keep his name and just seem appropriate, you know? Besides, I kind of like the way it slides off your tongue and into the wall. Russell, and Shove It. Well, make a long story short, I'm boss of a tri-state organization now. You might say I'm the biggest bull on the block.
Perhaps we should say you're the most bull on the block.
That's quite impressive, Russell. I do hope there's no danger of you being swallowed up by your work.
Oh, I'm touched by your concern, Ophelia. At least I'd like to be. But, you know, there could be worse ways to go, if you know what I mean.
Well, fascinating thoughts, but let's hear your story. Tell us how you went from being a hard-working therapist to a media darling.
Well, after I finished up my internship, my life was going according to plan. I went into private practice, you know, couples counseling and OCD and weird addictions, and